welcome. Get in here, get in here, get in here. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. You are now in the den, okay? I am Tamika, and this is what you should be watching. How y'all feeling? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Okay, you guys, we are here today. I'm gonna give y'all a little breakdown of some of the movies and TV shows that is coming out, to theaters and streaming services for January 2024. Happy New Year, everybody! It's a whole new year. Okay, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I had to kind of like dig in the crates, dig in the crates, and do a lot of hard looking for some stuff for January, especially as far as the movie theaters is concerned. Usually, January is a big month for movies in the theaters. I don't know if it's because we did have the strike and all that other stuff, and a lot of stuff got pushed back. But typically, this is the time of the year that we start getting a lot of the award shows. I know I've seen a lot of award shows that's supposed to come out between now and March. I don't really care about them like that no more. But this is that time of the year where a lot of stuff would get nominated and you would have a lot of stuff in the theaters. But it was looking a little scarce, to be honest with y'all. Okay, but I found a few things, but most of the things is like coming from streaming services more so than the movie theaters. And some things just really, I don't know, just didn't sound like much to me from the synopsis. It was like three things that I added on last minute because when I seen the preview didn't look too bad, and I was like, oh, maybe this actually could be, halfway decent. You never know. But let me see who we got in the building. Hey Daria, always the first one in the chat. What's up, Samara Barney? Thank you for coming through. Okay, shine a light on her. I gave you a shout out in my self care, Samara Barney. Of course, this was the person of the week this week. Definitely happy to have you in the building. Hey Shannon, what's going on, sister? Thank you for coming through. Hey Miss Candy Love, hello again. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of give you guys some breakdowns and some things that was coming up. Oh, thank you, Shannon. I appreciate it. So I just want to give y'all, a little bit of things that's coming through. Wait a minute, y'all. I think I forgot to share it too. But just mostly wanted to talk to you about some of the things that's coming out in the theaters. Okay. I mean, well, TV shows and theaters. So, you know, first we're gonna get BET out the way. Okay. Of course, y'all know I review these three shows and all of them, especially the Tyler Perry ones. This man don't take a damn break. I thought I was gonna get a little break. I said, shoot, even Power took a week off. He came right back with the new seasons for these literally back to back to back. And then you got All the Queen's Men coming January 11th. So of course that's three that I basically review or whatever, right? So it was the second half of the Oval, which we know that's a crazy family that's power hungry and just doing all kind of foolishness and foolery, scandal, betrayal, and everything you could think of. Sisters, we have a group of friends that's just basically Black women that are going through the ups and downs of life, career, friendships, romance, and all of that kind of stuff. And with All the Queen's Men, we got Madam, who is crazy as hell. Okay, she's the club owner of Club Eden, and she got a whole bunch of other stuff going on. And this coming back the day after my birthday. I'm gonna be so ready for it, baby. Okay, I got my little Club Eden cup that EJ made for me. I have not put this cup down since she sent it to me. All right, y'all better get into it and get to ordering some stuff from EJ the TV junkie too. Okay, she's doing her thing over there on TikTok too. Shout out to her. But that's pretty much that with that. Now, these ones is all on Netflix, and we have Fool Me Once, which, like I said, it really wasn't much, y'all. Okay, this one is supposed to be this woman that is coming to terms with her husband being supposedly allegedly murdered, right? But all of a sudden she's shocked to look on her damn nanny cam and see the hubby moving around in the house. So what the hell is really going on if he was supposedly murdered? Okay. Then we have the brother's son on Netflix, where the head of the triads is basically shot by an assassin, and his eldest son, Charles' son, heads to Los Angeles or whatever to be there and protect his mother and his brother, who are completely sheltered from the truth of what was really going on with Daddy Dearest, okay, until now. And then we have the Society Snow. And I'm a little confused with this one. Not so much confused, but I'm wondering if this is the same story of the plane crash, because there was another movie that came out years ago. I don't know how many of you remember it. That was based off of a true story of a plane crash and all the different things that they had to do to survive. So I'm wondering if this is that same exact story, or if this is another story of another plane crash. But I see this movie is getting nominated for a bunch of awards. A lot of people are talking about it. And it's basically about in 1972, a Ukrainian flight crashes, in this remote area or whatever in the heart of the Andes, and is forcing the survivors to become each other's best hope. Okay, and so they just got to do all different kind of things to survive. And I'm not too sure, like I said, if this is that same story or if this is a completely different one. So yeah, I may eventually check it out. I'm not gonna lie to y'all and be like I'm running to watch it, first thing, but I do also want to check out the brother's son as well. Then we have Lift with Kevin Hart. Not a big fan of Kevin Hart. I think I have told y'all that many a times, but this seems like it's something that's a little bit more serious, and it got my man Vincent DeFranco in it. I absolutely love him. Anything that he in, I'll be wanting to watch. Also Gene Reno. So I'm like, it may be about something. I don't know. And it's basically a master thief is wooed by his ex-girlfriend, okay, and the FBI to pull an impossible mission off where they are supposed to get their crew on this 7-7 passenger flight from London to Zurich. And, basically they trying to sit here and pull off this big heist and steal millions. So, and it's also directed by F. Gary Gray, which I like him a lot. So that's the only reason why I kind of piqued my interest with this one. Then of course we got Griselda. I definitely want to see this one, and if I have time, I would love to do a review on this. Don't know if I'm gonna be able to, but I definitely wouldn't mind. And of course, if y'all not familiar with the story of Griselda Blanco, I don't know where the heck you've been at, but she created one of the most, profitable cartels in the freaking history, okay? And it got my girl Sophia in here, and I think this is really a different role for her. I've never seen her play something like this, so I'm really interested in it. I know they still was supposed to have the one come out with Jennifer Lopez. I think they still working on it, if I'm not mistaken. It's still supposed to be like 2 other versions of this that's coming out, but I'm very interested in seeing this one. And so I'm sorry, y'all. I haven't even been giving y'all the dates. Lord of mercy. Let me run it back real quick. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm off my game today. So for Fool Me Once, that was actually January 1st. The Brother's Son is January 4th. The Society of Snow is actually January 4th as well. And then when we get to Lift and Griselda, you have Lift January 12th and also Griselda January 25th. Okay? And those are all coming from Netflix. 1 minute, y'all. So then we moving over to, I think it's Prime. Okay, yes, Prime. These are all going to be on Prime, right? So we have FOE, is basically Hennon Jr. are on a farm, and they are supposedly, living their best lives or whatever. They got their piece of land and all of that. And then Junior, he got this farm from his family. It's been in the family for generations or whatever the case may be. And so everything, so it seems is going good, but then their life is basically thrown into turmoil once this stranger shows up with a proposal. Okay. Then we have that one is January 5th on Prime. Then coming in January 12th on prom, we have Role Play, right? And this is actually with David Oyelowo, and I really like him a lot. I've been watching him in oh gosh, what's the name of that movie? Bath Reeves, right? Which to me is a very different role for him as well. I've really been enjoying it. I had that on my top movie list. If y'all didn't get to see that list, definitely go check it out. But he is now playing in this movie, which is called Role Play. And it's a husband and wife or whatever, right? And they have their two kids. And apparently she's been living a secret life as an assassin, but he didn't know about this all this time. And then when he discovers the secret, the couple decides to spice it up with their marriage and do some role play. So I'm not too sure exactly what's going on there. Like, is he about to be joining in on her assassin missions or whatever? Like, what's happening? But I may go ahead and check it out. You never know. Okay, yes, Bass Reeves is a really good show. Candy Love says I like David. Yeah, I like him too. I like him too. Shannon said that sounds like the same movie, a remake where they are eating each other to stay alive. Yeah, I remember that movie. I remember it like yesterday. That's why I was like, is this the same story or is this something different? Candy Love said Brazil. This is my girl. Oh Lord. Yeah, so definitely. So then we also have Zorro coming on prom. I'm not too sure why we needed a Zorro. I like the Antonio Banderas one though. But nonetheless, this is basically where he's determined to find out who killed his father. He will discover family secrets that will change his destiny forever. Okay. So those was coming from prom. Of course, we know that Echo will be out on Disney. I wasn't originally, that excited or interested in this one, but again, because we got Vincent D'Inferno in there, like that's just my man. And also, once the preview came out for it, it actually looked good, and it looked like they not gonna be holding back. Like they gonna be getting into it. We gonna be getting down and dirty and having, fights in the middle of the street. So kind of make my interest peak now where I'm like, okay, I might have to go ahead and check that out. All right. And so that is going to be on Disney on January 9th. Okay. The day before my birthday. Okay. Now, did I skip one? Yeah, I did. Okay. Ted is coming on Peacock. Yeah, they done made Ted into a daggone series, and that's actually gonna be the day after my birthday, January 11th. Okay, y'all see how I gotta keep throwing my birthday into it. And for those of you that may not be familiar with Ted, that of course was a movie, and it was with Mark Wahlberg, where he was an adult, of course, John Bennett. But now you're gonna have him as a child. This is kind of like the prequel, going back to 1993. Okay, taking you back into time and seeing how Ted lives with him and his family, and everything that they go through in life, because of course he wished the bear to come to life, and Ted is a hot damn mess. So I don't know how the series gonna be, but I know the movies was pretty funny, so I may go ahead and check it out. I love Ted. Yeah, Ted was funny. It was funny, so I'm curious to see how they gonna go about doing the series or whatever. So this will be a series that will be on Peacock January 11th, right? Then moving on from there, we have Safe Home and Self Reliance, which are both going to be on Hulu. Okay. And that will be out on you have Safe Home, I should say, on Hulu January 8th, and Self Reliance on Hulu January 12th. So with Safe Home, apparently you have Phoebe, who leaves, her job at a law firm to begin working at a kind of a DV family shelter. I'll say it like that, right? Or a DV family center. And she must navigate, with these people or whatever, right? But then as she's going through with working there, it's not always clear like who's who. The people that you think are one way actually may not be that way, and things may not appear to be what may not appear as they are. It might be some other stuff in the mix, basically, right? So then you have self-reliance, which is given the opportunity to participate in a life or death reality show. This guy's given a chance to participate in a reality show, game show, but then he discovers that there's a lot more to live for. So I guess this game show is kind of given like what the heck is that the show that they had on Netflix where the people was getting taken out? Maybe it's something similar to that. I don't know exactly what kind of reality show it is, but apparently, you know, he gonna have to be fighting for his life. So that is Safe Home and Self Reliance on Hulu. Then we gonna move over to Apple TV, which Apple TV actually be playing some pretty good stuff. I would say Apple TV, Prime, Peacock, they killing it right now as far as these shows go. So I would probably give it a chance just because of that. They definitely have had more hits than misses. So Criminal Record is on Apple TV January 10th, my birthday. Okay. And it follows two brilliant detectives, right? And a tug of war over and I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue tied. It follows a tug of war over a historic murder conviction dealing with issues of race, institutional, failure, and um, the quest to find common ground in a polarized Britain. So I might want to check that one out. Masters of Air, I don't know if I want to check that out, but somebody may be interested in it. Masters of Air will be on Apple TV January 26th, and that is going to be 5 miles above the ground and buried beyond enemy lines. You have 11 men inside a bomber known as a flying fortress battle unrelenting flocks of German fighters. I think this is also based on a real story. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I saw something about Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg being behind this one. I'm not 100% sure if I'm confused in that with one of the other ones, but I believe it was that one. So that is Criminal Record, Apple TV, January 10th, and Masters of Air, April. I'm sorry, child. I'm saying April, January 26th on Apple TV. Hi, Juan. Thank you for joining us all the way from the DC area. Appreciate it. Okay, now we have Masters of Spade and True Detective. These are two that I'm definitely looking for. Masters of Spade is actually on AMC, and True Detective, of course, is going to be on HBO, right? And so I'm interested in the Master of Spade because I like Clive Owen and he's in this. I'm not familiar with who Sam Spade, Monsieur Spade is supposed to be exactly but apparently he's a famous detective and he is now 61 years old and is living in um, southern France in 1963. And I guess they're going to have to probably try to, get him up out of retirement to work on a case or something like that. And then with True Detective, they got my girl, Jodie Foster. I absolutely love me some Jodie Foster. And I know when it comes to True Detective, I don't think I really liked too many of the seasons that we had besides season one. Like with season two and season three, there was things about them that I liked, but then I felt like they kind of went down the wrong road. So I don't know what to expect when it comes to this one. Of course, this is season 4. But like I said, just because I like Jodie Foster, I would definitely check it out. And if I feel like it's something good, you never know, end up doing a daggone review over it. But when it comes to Detective, this is an anthology in which police investigate and, you know, the personal and professional secrets of those involved in the case, both within and the outside of the law. Okay, so I'm interested in seeing that comes on HBO January 14th. Again, that's True Detective season 4. Then for Monsieur Spade, that one is on AMC, and that is January 14th. Okay. Then we move on over. These are ones that's just on different networks, y'all. So we have The Woman in the Wall, which is from Paramount. Okay. And then we have, of course, Hightown, which is from Stars. And I'm mad because I'm hearing that this is going to be their last season. And I'm like, no, no, no. I was waiting for Daggone Hightown to come back, y'all. I like that show. So basically, um, as far as The Woman in the Wall, that's January 19th, again on Paramount. You know, you have Lorna Brady, who wakes up one morning to find a corpse in her house with no idea of who the hell this person is, right? And she doubts herself because she is long suffering from an extreme bout of sleepwalking. So I don't know what the heck going on. That homegirl is just waking up and all of a sudden seeing a daggone dead body in her wall. But you never know. That's interesting. Then as far as Hightown, if y'all not familiar with that, that is basically, of course, a crime drama. You know, I'm sorry, y'all, trying to multitask. So that is a crime drama, and it's set in Cape Cod, and we are basically following this cop Jackie, who also battles with her sobriety, and she's being pulled into the fold of murder investigations. There's a whole bunch of different craziness going on. That show is so good. It took them a minute to come back. It took them a minute to even announce that they was getting reviewed. I'm glad they back, but like I said, I wasn't too happy to hear that this is possibly the last season that they coming back for, but I'm glad that they did have, you know, the opportunity to come back and close it out for themselves if that is going to be, you know, the case. And I wouldn't mind doing a review on this last season. Child, I don't know where I'm supposed to fit it because I'm busy, but I definitely wouldn't mind talking about it. But even if I don't get to talk about it, I definitely will watch it because it's good. So, um, I see that Juan was asking about P Valley. So far, I know that BMF, of course, comes back in March. I've seen something about Power Book 2 possibly coming May 3rd, and P Valley is said like July 5th, and the Shy is still to be announced, but I know that's supposed to be in 2024 as well. So it don't look like it's gonna be no breaks. It look like these shows is coming back to back to back, and I kind of would have preferred a break, to be honest with you. That's just my opinion, but we'll see. That was the word on the street, though. We'll see how it goes. So, child, this is just an honorable mention as far as American Fiction goes. That's actually a movie that has oh gosh, I don't forgot his daggone name now. Jeffrey Wright, and I like Jeffrey Wright a lot. It actually has Jeffrey Wright and Issa Rae in it. I forgot to mention it when I did last month movie. So this one actually comes out December 22nd in theaters. Well, came out, I should say, December 22nd in theaters, right? And his name is Monk inside of this, and he is basically a frustrated writer who is fed up with the establishment and that profits from black entertainment and relies on, you know, offensive tropes. So to prove his point, he basically then goes and writes a book where he basically does exactly what, you know, he's saying that he don't like him, that he trying to call them out about. But then he gets it propels him. He becomes popular off of it, right? And then to the heart and the hypocrisy and the madness that he claims he disdains, he has to end up dealing with it. So I guess it's basically like, how does he deal with it when he actually becomes popular himself off of it, even though he was just trying to bring awareness to it? And so this is something that I wouldn't mind seeing. I had forgot to mention it the last time that I was up here. And then Mean Girls, I don't give a damn about seeing Mean Girls. I don't. Okay, I saw the original in 2004. 20 years later, they coming with this one, but apparently it's supposed to be a musical. They making everything a damn musical now. So this is based off the musical, not necessarily the original movie. But I'm sure some people that want to see it, so I still just threw it up there. Of course, you have this new student who's arriving. Her name is Katie Heron, and she gets welcomed into, the top social clubs and all of that, and inside the school with the popular girls or whatever. But she makes the mistake of going after, the queen of the school, Regina's ex-boyfriend. And once she do that, we on and popping, we got a problem. And I laughed because when I was reading the synopsis for this one, they basically put her name as the Queen Bee. And I was like, oh yeah, no girl, we ain't calling you no Queen Bee over here, all right? But she'll basically be dealing with the typical tropes that they be having inside of these the little high school girl movies or whatever. Hey Kendall. Yeah, American Fiction, definitely. I think that one is probably a really good one. I don't know when Handmaid's Tale come back. I ain't hear nothing about that one. I check every so often to see if there's any updates, but I haven't heard anything recently. That's another one that I was doing reviews on. So yeah. We'll see. It should be a lot of stuff getting ready to come out between the spring and the summer, though, especially since so much stuff got held back, for those couple of months. Then we have also coming to theaters. All these last ones are ones that are in the theaters or coming to theaters. Okay, coming soon, soon come. You have the Book of Clarence coming out January 12th. And the ironic thing is that Lakeith is actually in the Book of Clarence, and he's also in The Beekeeper. He's in both, so he getting his money. Plus, he just recently had that show on Apple TV. And I know some people, for various reasons, whatever he got going on in his personal life and all of that, is saying they don't really want to support his work and go see his movies and things of that nature. So I'm not gonna get into all of that, till you stay on. If you want to go, you want to go. If you don't, you don't. But The Beekeeper is January 12th. As one man's brutal campaign for vengeance takes on a national stakes after it is revealed that he's a former operative of a powerful organization known as the Beekeeper. And then with the Book of Clarence, that's also in theater, same day, January 12th. This is a man that is struggling to find a better life. Clarence is captivated by the power and the rising of the Messiah and soon risks everything to carve a path to a divine existence. Okay. I want to see it personally, the Book of Clarence. I'm actually got plans to try to go see it for my birthday, but we shall see. And there's not too many times that you hear me say I want to go to the movie theater to see something. So yeah, I definitely want to see that Bob Marley movie. I shared the preview for that when it came out. A lot of times I share previews, especially on TikTok and on my Instagram for all the movies that's coming up. So I remember sharing a lot of these previews like months ago when they first dropped. And when I first seen the, trailer for it, I was like, oh, I think I want to see that. So who knows? I could go and it could be the most horrible thing I ever seen in my life, but I still just want to, check it out. Yeah, Kendall, I want to see it. So I think I'm gonna, go out with the girls or something for my birthday and see what that's talking about. Okay. And then I don't have that many left, y'all. This actually was a short list because like I said, it wasn't too many for me to really choose from. So usually I have like a whole bunch of different ones for y'all. But this time it's kind of like short, sweet, to the point, which is surprising because usually there's a lot of things that come out in January. But it could be some things that I may have overlooked that I may not have noticed this time around. And if it is anything else that I notice that pops up, I will definitely put it in my community tab. I'm also going to put a few of these that I'm talking about now. I'm gonna put them in the community tab so that way it's just a reminder. If you are interested in, I'll put the name and the date that is coming out just so you could be on the lookout for it. I usually share it beforehand, but I was running a little late today, so I didn't get a chance to share it beforehand. So I'll share it after. I also always put the description of the movies, of course, inside of the YouTube video. So you can also check it there just in case you be like, well, what was that movie she said and what date it was? You can always go back and be able to look at it. So these are the last two that are also in theaters. You have Origin in theater January 19th. Okay, this is actually a biographical drama and it's coming from Ava DuVernay. I actually like her a lot. And Oh God, I'm so mad. I don't remember her name right now. I think it's Ajuma. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but I love this actress so much, right? And y'all know I'm always butchering people's names. So it's based off a book called Cast, and the origins of our Descendants by Isabel Wilkerson. So it's based off of her book, right? And it's a biographical drama. And it describes racism in the United States as an aspect of a caste system. And oh God, I want to look it up because I want to say her name, even though I'm going to butcher it. But I love this actress. So the fact that this actress was in here, and also the fact that it was Ava DuVernay producing it, that's really what caught my eye. So these two I actually just added on at the last minute. They wasn't on my original list, but kind of piqued my interest when it said that. I hate when I can't remember somebody's name. I can see her face so clear, but I can't remember her name. And I got so excited because she was in the new Color Purple movie and they only had her in there for 5 damn minutes. I was like, really? Oh, okay. It is Adrenal Ellis. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name correctly, but she's a great, great, great actress. So that was caught my eye with that. Now, Night Swim. I definitely did not have this on the list. Did not care about it. I kept seeing it coming across my timeline. But then when I saw the trailer, I'm like, wait a minute. Like, this looked like it might be something. And also, it comes from the same creator that did Megan. So that kind of piqued my interest. This will be in theaters January 5th. And so, this, of course, is where this guy's forced into early retirement. He basically have a degenerative illness. He's a former baseball player and he moves into this new house with his wife and two children in hopes of just being able to get a brand new start. And he's thinking like, oh, this backyard that got this swimming pool and my kids could basically, be able to play in the pool, and also it could provide me, you know, some physical therapy. They say you doing physical therapy in the water aerobics and all of that really help you. So he thinking this should be all to the good, but all of a sudden a dark secret from the past come popping up, okay, and unleashes a malevolent dark force and throws the family into damn terror, y'all. So that is Dark Swim in theaters January 5th. And I'm like, I don't know. That might be about something. I don't know, y'all. Okay, it may be about something. It may be about nothing. So basically, just for some of you that wasn't here in the beginning, just to briefly reiterate, of course, I basically talked about Sisters of the Oval, all the Queen's Men, the fact that it came right back without, well, not all the Queen's Men, but Sisters in the Oval came back right back without a damn break. The last season just ended last week, and we literally had a new season this week. So Tyler Perry don't believe in no breaks. Of course, y'all know I do reviews on that. And the Oval came back January 2nd. Sisters came back January 3rd, and All the Queen's Men come January 11th. That, of course, is all from BET. Then I also talked about Fool Me Once, The Brother's Son, and Society of Snow, which are all on Netflix. And with the Society of Snow, I was just really curious as to whether that is talking about the same plane crash, because there was a movie years ago that was done about a real life story of a plane crash and what they had to do to survive. I see this one getting a lot of nominations and a lot of talk. This is a plane crash that happened in 1972 where they had to do whatever they had to do to be able to survive it. So I don't know if it's talking about that same plane crash or if it's talking about a different one. Okay. And with the brother's son, that's definitely one that I was interested in seeing. That's where his father was a part of the Tirades. He gets taken out by an assassin. They didn't know what the father was into. And the brother basically has to go home and, try to take care of his mother and brother. And then what Fool Me Once, her husband, she thought was murdered, y'all. But all of a sudden, when she looking on the nanny cam, hubby over here walking around the damn house. So how could he be walking around the house if he got taken out? That is the question. Okay. So as far as Fool Me Once, that basically came out on January 1st. The Brother Sun came out January 4th, and then Society of Snow is also January 4th. Oh, okay, Kendall. She said I used to watch the old, but I got sidetracked. Might have to go back. Girl, that thing be off the damn hook. Okay. Yeah, she was, and yes, Kendall, she definitely was in the Justified Primal. Yes, that's my girl. I love her. Yep, she was in there too. So, but that oval cracks me up. I'm telling y'all, I get such a kick out of that baby. They don't care. They be letting loose on there. Then Lift. Okay, this one is with Netflix on Netflix. January 12th, of course, with Kevin Hart. You know, Moda J, shout out to him. He actually talked about a couple of these the other day because he was doing movies and TV shows, you know, for 2024. And the only reason why I'm kind of interested in this, like I said to y'all, is because it has Gene Reno and Vincent D'Inferno in it. Other than that, not a big Kevin Hart fan. But overall, it looks like between his ex-girlfriend and the FBI, they want him to pull off this $1 million heist. He got to do what he got to do. Another reason why I'm kind of interested in it is because it's actually directed by F. Gary Gray, and I like him a lot. The other one was Griselda, which comes out on Netflix January 25th. And like I said, this to me, I'm curious to see how she gonna play this role. I definitely want to see it. It may be one that I might review. That will be on Netflix January 25th. And I know they still supposed to have like two other movies that's coming out about this. One that is with Jennifer Lopez that she was talking about doing from a long time ago. I think it's still supposed to come out, but I'm not exactly like, 100% sure. Don't quote me on it. So, you have those. And then we also had FOE. These is all on Prime Video, okay? You had FOE, which comes out January 5th, Role Play, Prime TV, of course, on January 12th. And then Zorro, okay, also on Prime January 19th. Okay, so with Foe is like these farmers living their best life. All of a sudden, this guy comes up and makes them some freaking proposal, some stranger, and basically turns their life upside down. With Role Play, you have my man David Oyolo. I was just saying how I like him a lot. I really liked him in Bass Reeves. I like him in a lot of stuff before that. If y'all haven't seen Bass Reeves, I definitely would say check that one out. And in this, he's married and he has two kids and he lives in New Jersey, but he didn't know that his wife was an assassin. And all of a sudden, when he finds out, now we talking about, we gonna be doing a little bit of role play. So I said, I don't know if he gonna be going out doing hits with her or what the heck gonna be going on for sure. But that sounds like that might be a hot mess. And of course, with Zorro, he's determined to find out who killed his father, and he's basically ends up discovering a whole bunch of family secrets that will change his destiny, forever. So anybody that's interested in all of that, definitely check it out. Inga says, I hope that Griselda is good and it's not cheesy. Yes, me too. It is looking good for the preview. I hope it is because I really, I like those kind of movies and TV shows. Um, Not really a Kevin Hart fan, but it might be worth watching. Yeah, sometimes it be some good ones. Oh, Kendall, I used to love the Have and the Have Nots. I'm still pissed to this day at the way the Have and the Have Nots ended. That show could have went so freaking much further. And really, if we want to be honest, he could still bring that show back right now and make it like everything that happened at the end of that damn season was a dream and just pick it right back up. Cause baby, the way he messed that damn ending up, I'm still pissed off about that. That was a good show. I don't care what nobody says. So then, we also basically discussed Echo, of course. We all know that that is on Disney, and that one will be out, I believe it's January 9th. Also with Vincent D'Onofrio in the Inferno, so that definitely make me want to see it because of that. And when they showed the preview, it looked like they really getting down and dirty with it. It looked like they getting serious. So I would give it a chance. And then we talked about Ted. This is actually going to be on Peacock. This, of course, is a spinoff, a prequel, a series that's on Peacock based off the Ted Bear that John wished to come to life. I'm curious to see how this gonna go because the movies used to be a hot mess. So it might be something to this. I don't know, but I would be willing to give it a little peeksy and see what it's talking about. And then we talked about safe home and self-reliance. Actually, safe home and self-reliance both come from Hulu. Safe home would come out January 8th, and self-reliance would come out January 12th. So with safe home, she's supposed to be changing jobs. She's going from working in a law firm to working in a DV center, and she's basically trying to help the people, but somewhere down the line, things is not looking as they seem, right? And with self-reliance, he's basically given an opportunity to participate in a life or death reality show. And the more he goes on, he discovers that he has a lot more to live for than he thinks he does. So he just basically joined up for this reality show that could potentially cost him his damn life. I might want to see that one. Okay. I don't know though. Then we have Criminal Record and Masters of Air, both on Apple TV. Criminal Record, I want to see. Masters of Air, I don't know about that one. Okay, Criminal Record is going to be following two brilliant detectives in a tug of war where they are, after historic murder conviction, dealing with the issues of race, institutional racism, failure, and the quest to find common grounds in a polarized Britain. That one I may want to see. Masters of Air is basically about um, these soldiers that get buried behind the enemy's lines, and it's 11 men, and they're inside of a bomber known as a Flying Fortress battle unrelenting flocks with German fighters. I don't really like the war movies. Sometimes some of them are good, but it probably wouldn't be my first to go to, right? Just being honest. And then we had Monsieur Spade, and of course, um, True Detective. I really do want to see that one, True Detective, just because Jodie Foster's in it. I also like Clive Owen, and he's in Master of Spade. Master of Spade comes on AMC January 14th, and True Detective comes on HBO January 14th. Then we talked about the Woman in the Wall in Hightown. The Woman in the Wall will be on Paramount January 19th, and Hightown will be back on Stars January 26th. I'm pissed to find out that it's going to be the last season. I might have to go ahead and review that one because I really like me some Hightown. Kendall says I'm going to watch True Detective. Yeah, I like that one. Oh, you said you never watched Ted? Oh, Kendall, you got to watch it at least once. He's a hot damn mess, okay? A hot damn mess. Inga said, I can't wait to watch Hightown. That's my favorite. Yes. Kendall said, can't wait for Hightown season 3 premiere. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that. I feel like they could have really kept going with this one. I'm kind of mad that they saying that is going to be the last one. But what can you do? I mean, I am glad that they at least was able to come back on their own and give us the last one as opposed to them just being canceled and the story just being left alone and them never being able to finish it off. So yeah, that was pretty much it, y'all. Then of course it was Mean Girls, American Fiction as far as the theaters go, The Bookkeeper, Book of Clarence, and Origin and Night Swim. Osito is my favorite too, Kendall. I love him. I love him. So I want to see if I can maybe review it. I gotta see what this daggone schedule gonna be talking about. If I can fit it in there because it's really, really good. Yeah, I might have to rewatch it too, Inga, because it's been a minute. She said, Tamika, I think I need to rewatch the first 2 seasons of High Town just to refresh my memory on everything. Yeah. 'Cause it's been a little minute since that all went down, so I need to refresh my daggone memory too. So yeah, y'all, like I said, it was kind of hard to find stuff. It wasn't that much stuff that they had up here. Of course, if I come across anything else, I will definitely let y'all know. Um, Sorry, y'all. Y'all know that this cat always gotta make her entrance. I thought I had her locked up. She found a way to get out. But you know, yeah, that of course if I come across anything else, I'll share it in my community tab. I'll share it on social media. I'm sure it could have been some other ones that I could have overlooked. I didn't find too many documentaries, Inga, but I know that that Origin is supposed to be based off a true story. The one with the plane crash is based off a true story. Last month was one that was full of a bunch of documentaries, but this month it was really kind of slow. I didn't see too many. So if I see any other ones, I will definitely put them up on the on the community tab, and I'll let y'all know about them or whatever. And like I said, I'm always sharing trailers too on she said Kitty wants her own YouTube page. Yeah, she did sure do. She be doing the most. We damn sure do. So I was saying when I first started that usually January is when we get a lot of movies in the theaters. You know, typically it is the award season. You see a lot of nominations, and I don't know if it's like scarce right now because we kind of still getting the fact that so much stuff had got pushed back and was on hold because of the strike. I'm assuming that that could be a piece of it because normally, like I would have way more movies that's coming out in theaters, and I really didn't have that many that was coming out in theaters. I had more that was, coming to streaming services. So I thought that was interesting. Typically, this would be that time of year that we would get flooded with stuff, but it was hard to find things. I was looking and looking and looking for a minute just to find a couple that was coming out. And then I know that somebody asked me about P Valley a little while ago, and I was telling them that it's supposed to be, of course, BMF in March. Is supposed to be Power Book 2 in May, and then they got P Valley for July, and for the Shy, they say it's still to be announced, but it will be 2024. So I'm figuring the Shy is probably going to be somewhere in the summertime, give or take. You know what I mean? So we probably going to get a lot more stuff coming out between the spring and the summer. But you guys definitely can follow me on social media. That way sometimes you don't get the notifications on YouTube. You can still know when I'm uploading stuff because I share it there. A lot of times I go live on Twitter and Facebook too as well. Sometime on Instagram now that they let you do it there. I also, like I said, share trailers. I share, different movies and stuff like that that's coming out that y'all could be on the lookout for. Definitely please like, comment, share, subscribe. If you are not subscribed, I definitely appreciate it. Okay. Trying to get these numbers up. As far as this week coming, I'm gonna probably be doing all my reviews as lives. I just feel like that's easier. So, of course I will have my my sisters, my oval, the love after lockup. I'm gonna just do all of them as lives. And then I'm also gonna have two trivia nights, one during the week for my birthday. It's actually my channel birthday and my birthday. Okay, my channel turning 2. And I ain't gonna tell y'all how old I'm turning, but we're gonna be celebrating both of those things. And then next week I will have like the Mafia Monday and the Throwback Friday. I'm gonna try to do like a special live for the members. And then what was the other thing? I think me and Moochie have to do like a Throwback Sunday soon. So there's a couple different things that y'all could be on the lookout for. Of course, keep your notifications on, stay tuned. And yeah, it's gonna be fun, y'all. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the trivia night of it all. Okay, we're gonna be partying down. So make sure that y'all join for that. And if you didn't see, like I said, my top shows that I did, I talked about some shows and movies that came out in 2023. It could be one that you missed. You never know. So go on there and check that out. Maybe you find something that you ain't get to see. Um, I also did Purple Rain. If y'all didn't get a chance to see that, I did Warriors. I did Die Hard. And everything else is pretty much, the usual things that I review. Of course, we had a break with Raising Canaan, but that'll be back. So we'll be back to our regular schedule for that as well. And that's about it, y'all. I think I got everything in that I wanted to talk about. Oh no, Inga, I'm not gonna forget about you. I'm not gonna forget about you. Hopefully everybody will be able to come through. I got some birthday games and a little bit of different surprises. So definitely looking forward to that. But I thank you guys for joining me. Go and enjoy the rest of y'all Saturday. I don't know if y'all watch Reacher or if y'all watch Jack Ryan. I just finished watching both of those yesterday because I had watched the first half and I never got a chance to go back and watch the rest. I'm definitely enjoying those. That's two good shows. I'm trying to think if it's something else that I watched. Um, I can't even think of it right now. It was something else I watched. But I'm gonna definitely check out that Brother's Son. I want to see what that's talking about, and I definitely want to check out that American Fiction with Jeffrey Wright and Issa Rae. Kendall says, "I saw the Purple Rain replay. I loved it. I was waiting for you to hit the high notes." Oh, thank you, child. Listen, I can't hit no high notes no more, right? I ain't have no business singing to begin with. But I have fun doing that. So I'm looking forward to those two new segments that I added. Of course, y'all know I do the self-care and what you should be watching. The first Saturday trivia night is usually the second Saturday. The fourth Sunday is our throwback Sunday. And then Mondays and Fridays now probably gonna be either the second week or the third week. I'm still trying to work that out. That's gonna be the Mafia Mondays and the Flashback Fridays. And I got a couple other things that I'm working on, which, for y'all, hopefully that y'all will enjoy. So yeah, y'all, that's what I got for today. Definitely appreciate y'all coming through. Kenzel, Inga, Candy Love, Zaria, Miss T, Juan, Monique 69 Ways. I appreciate y'all joining me and enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Okay, till next time, y'all. Toodaloo.